What's up guys, Brandon J, and as you guys can see, I have a beautiful pond behind me. Now I'm down in Lakeland, Florida right now, and I've never done a video where I specifically try one technique throughout the whole video. And I've done some fishing recently that has inspired this pond video, but today I'm going to be fishing lily pads for bass. I'm only going to be throwing at the lily pads, through the lily pads, to try to catch bass. Now when you're doing fishing in big structure like this, you're gonna need a couple things. The first thing you're gonna need is a rod that's gonna be heavy enough to actually handle all of the fish and structure that you're gonna be pulling it through. Most of the time when you're setting the hook through these lily pads and any other structure, big grass mats or anything like that, you're gonna want a heavy action rod. And the reason is, one, you want to be able to get that fish out of there as fast as possible, so less flex on the rod, but also you want to be able to stick those fish really good. So this doesn't have a lot of flexibility. Basically, you're able to set the hook really hard and get it out of all that structure and be able to carry the weight of the fish and maybe all that grass that's on it. The second thing you're going to need is braid. I actually have 50-pound Power Pro braid on this. The reason you need braid, one, is it floats, so you're not gonna have any problems with it sinking in between the lily pads. But the second thing is you want something really strong so you can pull your bait out of any structure or anything like that. And the last thing you're gonna need is a bait that is designed for this type of fishing. Now this is actually a swim jig. It's got a really hard brush guard on it, and it's got a big old trailer on it. Basically, the colors of this thing mimic a bluegill. There's a lot of bass feeding on those bluegill in the lily pads. So the way I'm gonna work this, I'm just gonna roll over the lily pads and basically drop down in any holes and basically just keep the bait moving the whole time, and hopefully the bass crush it. Now with that being said, this was actually given to me, this swim jig and trailer was given to me. I only have one. This is the only one I have. So I'm gonna be fishing it all day until this thing absolutely gives up. But hopefully I can get a few good fish on it. It would really suck to have like one fish, the first fish, like bite the tail of this thing off or something, because I do not have another. I will be fishing this bait the whole entire time. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to fishing. I'm gonna be pond hopping a little bit between a few ponds in the area. So pretty excited, man. Let's pick up the pole, let's do it. No way. No way. Oh, spit it. Had him though. Right here? Right there? Oh man. Another one. Not big, but a lot of fun. Oh, come on, buddy. All right, there we go. Tossing him back in. So much fun. Oh, there we go. Not a big one, but he's still fun. There he is. Bass compared to bait, big size difference, man. Let's toss this little guy back. Currently doing a little bit of moving. I'm just getting into a bunch of small fish. I can't seem to find any bigger ones. I know there's a few in here, but so far just some small guys. It seems like you never really know how big the fish are when they hit them in the lily pads, because they make a big splash. And to be honest, I might just get really excited and just think it's a monster. But most of them are little, so I'm gonna keep fishing, try to find some bigger fish, but so far only getting into the little guys. Got to step my game up. All right, I found some nice lily pads that I'm gonna stop and fish. This is a corner of this cut, so some fish might be staged up in here. We'll see. Oh my God, monster. Oh my God, big fish, big fish. He missed it, but he didn't get hooked, so he might come back. There he is. A little bit better fish. Stay pin. There he goes. Let me try to flip him out. Yeah, baby. Yeah. No. I'm not losing you. Yes. Got one, guys. All right, guys. Well, I got a fish that I was looking for, a nice size bass this time. Finally got into a good one, so super happy with that. He just nailed it in the lily pads. I almost lost him though. He got himself hung up in the lilies, but I was just patient, kept pressure on him, and got him out. It's a nice bass right there. All right, let's go ahead and let this guy go. All right, big girl, get back in that water. There she goes. Well, there you have it. She went back into the lily pads, back into her home. That was a nice explosion. That was a good sized fish. Probably the fish that I missed earlier was probably about that size, maybe a little bit bigger. Because it was, I mean, that first one I missed was a ferocious hit. But yeah, that's a good fish. I've been looking for a good one. Finally got into one, so I'm super excited about that. All right, so I know you guys were probably like, what the heck's going on, Brandon? You were just catching fish at a pond, and now it's like later in the day, and you're wearing something different. Look, I did a video saying I was gonna take a break and come back out later in the evening, but for some reason, my audio wasn't on, so it literally just looked like me saying this. And I couldn't use that. So basically, with that being said, I am back out at the pond the same day, just wait a little later in the evening. Figured the bite would be a little bit better when it's a little bit later. So I'm gonna hop in these lily pads again and just continue what I was doing earlier. Hopefully we can get a couple more bites. There he is. There he is. That's a good one. Just keep pressure on him. He's in the lilies. I'm just keeping pressure on him. All right. Feel him breaking free a little bit. It's a good fish. He's still on there. Yeah, there he is. There he is. There he is. That's why we use braid, baby. That's why we use braid, baby. That's a nice one. There we go. I'm cool with that. That's a nice fish right there. All right, guys, so now you see one of the prime reasons why it's important to use braid to get those fish out of that cover. Look how this guy ate it. It is all the way down that dude's freaking gullet, man. He wanted it big time. What like really amazes me about these fish is how they're able to hit a bait and choke it like that when it's going through the lily pads. Good fish, man. It's another solid fish, especially for this pond. This is a really, really good size. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy back in the water. But that is another lily pad bass right there. It's a good one. Let's get him back in the water. All right, bud. There you go. Swimming off like a champ. I think that is going to be a good way to end the day. I caught a bunch of smaller fish today, but I did get into one really nice one, and that last one kind of capped it off nicely. I mean, he wasn't big, pound and a half, 2 pounds, but I do have to say though, this has been one of like the most exciting types of fishing that I've done in a long time. It's not topwater, but it's pretty much topwater. I mean, it's right under the lily pads or right on top of them. Either way, you get a topwater explosion, so it's pretty exciting. That swim jig, I cannot believe it lasted the whole time. But yeah, it was a good time out here, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a big old thumbs up. I would show you a thumbs up, but I have to light myself up with the camera or with the light because it's too dark out here. So yeah, if you enjoy the video, just make sure you leave it a big old thumbs up. And I think that's pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching. Peace. A lot of fun. Oh, come on, buddy. You gonna release yourself? What are you doing? All right, there we go.